Really, I mean, it just has to be a game that it's possible to let's play. There's certain games that you can't really do that with, particularly well. Like for example, if it's like a 2D puzzle game or something, you can't really
Yeah.
LP that. Or if it's like a platformer, like right now, I have my Psychonauts screen going, and I mean, I love the game a lot, and I would love to let's play it just because there's so many cool things in the game, but at the same time, it's just very linear. I don't know.
Yeah.
Psychonauts is an exception because the game, just the cutscenes and the environment gives it life. But most of the time, linear games don't make for particularly good let's plays. Like if you'll notice, Rome, it's very open where you go.
Yeah.
World of Tanks, it's an MMO, so it has nothing at all in common with linearity. Minecraft is the exact opposite of linearity, so.
Yeah. It's an
um,
entire like engineering game, pretty much.
yeah,
Well,
pretty
minus
much.
the complex parts of engineering.
Actually, I love that. There's no actual engineering in it because there's no physics. It's a lot more design.
Yeah.
But the way I like to think of it is it's like virtual Legos.
Hmm.
It's that exact same fun factor that I had out of tinkering with Legos for my whole life because it's blocks and you put them together and you make crap. It's great.
Yeah. It's like, hey, let's go make a skywalk to a floating base,
Yeah, exactly.
and then record it.
Pretty much. I mean, the only limit on that game's your imagination, so that's what makes it really fun. That's
And
sort of
love.
funny actually. Today I watched the trailer for the Lego MMO, and it was just
So
really
Lego.
funny. It was like the evil creatures are taking away our source of creativity, and we must get it back. Roar!
Oh my
And then
god.
you go around like smashing Lego blocks and building Lego structures. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I wasn't really enticed by it, but there were some people that were. So I guess maybe that illusion of creativity, where it's like, oh my god, look at my rocket ship. It has a blue stripe, but his has a red stripe. So mine is clearly different. Yes.
All right. This question says, we heard a dog barking in one of your Let's Plays. Is that yours? And if so, what breed is it?
My dog. He is about 11 years old. He's a black lab, and he's a big motherfucker, if you'll excuse me saying so. He's like, he's a 100-pound dog. All right, but he's not fat. You can you can actually sometimes see his ribs. He's not fat at all, but he's just a very large black lab. In fact, size-wise, I would compare him to a German Shepherd, but not quite as long. Instead of being as long as a German Shepherds are sort of like long and skinny. He's sort of wide in the shoulders and just barrel-chested. You know, he's like Andre the Giant of black Labradors. So yeah, that's him. He likes to bark because he thinks he's a doorbell. Another cool thing about him is he actually howls in tune with emergency sirens. So
Nice.
like if a fire department or an ambulance drives by my house, he starts howling in tune with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's also ridiculously smart. Just I don't know why, but he is. Like for example, we used to keep his food in a closet, and it would just be his bag of food behind one door in the closet. Well, one day we went downstairs and found my dog inflated like a balloon, lying on his side, unable to move. What he did is he learned how to open doors and ate all of the food in his like I don't know, I'd say it's like 20, 30 kilogram food bag. It's pretty heavy. So yeah, he's a smart dog.
With a slight stupid curve for eating that much food.
Oh yeah, no, he's forever hungry. He's never sated. He begs at
Yeah.
the table. He eats anything.
Um, what is your favorite food?
Oh dear.
Aside from chicken, because we already know that.
Uh. Dear Lord, it's a hard question. Does Nutella count? Is Nutella food?
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
all right.
It's
Well,
a food.
it is a food. Now I would say Yeah, Nutella is definitely my favorite food. But
Okay.
honestly, I think it would be really awesome if you could like take M&Ms, right, and drain all the chocolate out, instead put Nutella in there. Nutella M&Ms would be like godly. They actually have something like that in Russia. In Russia, they have hazelnut M&Ms,
Ooh.
which taste sort of like they put Nutella in an M&M, and I love those to death.
Hmm. Yeah, the best we have to offer is like peanut butter.
Yeah, no. Oh, the other cool thing is, I remember when I was in Ireland, I stayed at the University of Dublin for like 30 days with a camp. And it was cool. Irish people are chill and all that, but they had this just phenomenal energy drink, and I don't remember what it was called, but it was just so good. And I've always wanted to find out what it is because I've never seen it outside of Ireland, England.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe it was like more of a local thing than a nationwide thing.
Yeah.
'Cause then again, Russia's like as big as like all of Europe. Because in Russia, each city has its own like unique brands of energy drink. So yeah, there's that.
Um, which country would you want to live in the most? As- Aside from, your home country.
Yeah, obviously. I don't really know. The United States is a good place to go to college. Obviously, they have some really nice schools. Um,
Alright.
on top of that, I like some of their firms. Like there's a bunch of firms in California, and I'm trained to be an engineer. So in the United States, there's a lot of engineering firms that interest me because they do interesting things and they have unconventional business models. So I guess I would like to work in the United States, but I would not like to live there.
Mm.
Their complete lack of a proper healthcare system, their retarded politics. The people there iffy. There's some really chill people, and then there's some really just downright stupid people.
You can't grasp personal responsibility.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
there's severe gaps in the nation, and
yeah.
some of them are geographic, but some of them you'll find anywhere. You
Yeah.
know, a sheep in
I,
Africa is still a sheep.
yeah. I live here. I know. I meet
Yeah.
these people all the time.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't really know where I would like to live per se. I was actually thinking of, when I retire, I was thinking of moving to the south of France. I really love that part of France. They have really good food, they have a sea, they have really good highways because I love cars. So they have really good highways, that's always a plus. And then they have that really awesome train. And the best part that I remember about the train is not the fact that it gets you places faster, that it's comfortable. It's that they have that little dining cart, and in there they have this like awesome club sandwich with like this really weird French cheese, but it tastes so good. Like normally French cheeses are downright disgusting, and like you smell them and you want to puke. But
Oh
this
yeah.
one specifically was just good, and the sandwich was refrigerated, and it was just amazing tasting. That's all I remember about their fast trains, is sandwiches. So yeah, I would want to work in the United States while living in the south of France.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
I'm an engineer. I can work through a computer, the internet.
hey, it's America. Maybe we'll outsource to France.
Yeah, maybe.
um. Well, there was a question. What do you study? But you already answered that.
Yeah,
Uh,
mechanical engineering.
this one. Will you be doing any story-based like single players?
Um,
Are there any that you have planned or have any interest in?
well, actually, I really disliked Oblivion. I really did. I can't put my finger on what made me dislike that game, but I really did. However, recently a Total Conversion for it came out, so I might be doing that. But my biggest gripe with single player RPG style games, and there's people that can let's play them and do so quite well. Like for example, My Name Is Not Lily is like 400 parts of Baldur's Gate. Dear Lord, man. Dear Lord. Yeah, that's my problem with most RPGs, that I get bored at a certain point, but My other problem with them is that most of them have these really arbitrary choices, and I always want to choose something that's not on the menu for the most part.
Oh
So
yeah.
as far as those go, I would probably either do Omicron: The Nomad Soul, game game from the makers of like Heavy Rain and Indigo Prophecy that basically nobody knows about and I really love. Um, yeah, it's kind of odd. Nobody's ever heard of it, and for some reason it really strikes a chord with me, and I don't know why. The storytelling in it is just cheesy as hell. The
Yeah.
graphics aren't good. The gameplay is sort of interesting, but I just like it for some reason. So yeah, it's between that and Oblivion Total Conversion. Um, I was actually intending to give that Oblivion Total Conversion a try this weekend, but I'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I know what you mean about the dialogue options and choices because I mean, I love Mass Effect. I mean, if you watch my Mass Effect stuff, I mean, it's like I say how much I love that game because it just kept me interested. Plus, it's sci-fi.
Yeah, I did like Mass
But
Effect. I actually played it twice, so
hmm
that's
I've got
quite an achievement, Mass Effect. That's quite an achievement. And I actually ended up losing one of my save games, in
oh,
another one of my Windows installs. So, I actually played through it 3 times. That's just the first one, and then the second one I played through twice. So that's quite an achievement that you have on your hands there, Mass Effect. I generally love BioWare games. I have to
oh yeah.
say, I'm a real sucker for BioWare games. I've played every one of their games from Neverwinter Nights forward.
I'm like I'm an irrational fanboy towards BioWare. It's like I'm a fanboy, but it's because they're awesome. You
Yeah,
know,
no.
I mean, you can't compete. I mean, but when you're
Yeah,
talking about
no.
those dialogue options, but I mean, I remember because I was going, dude, I would have totally shot that asshole.
Yeah, no. No,
You know?
half the time in an if you gave me an open-ended RPG, like truly open-ended where I could do whatever I want,
hmm
then I would probably end up telling half the NPCs to stuff it in their fat face and just leave them. Like I'd be like, "Oh, hey, Miranda, what's up? You know how we banged? Yeah, I want to show you something." And then quickly open the door, push her out and close it and leave.
I think there was a game where Masquerade Bloodlines, you could flip everybody off and tell them to go fuck themselves.
Oh, yeah. That might
Makes
actually be an interesting one. I've heard that it's incredibly broken, but it's really awesome. So, and I haven't ever played it, which gives it that much more incentive for me to play it.
yeah, it's
Also,
pretty
Deus
broken.
Ex, if you consider that an RPG, I haven't actually played it, but I like the concept of it, so I might do that one. I've played through the first level of Deus Ex, and then I got bored and quit. Well, I didn't get bored, really. I had to